My name's Steve Ward. I'm the owner and operator of Sunny Hill Landscaping. We came to know through Brookstone probably, 2000, I can't even remember the year. It's been 12, 13 years. We came at Brookstone at a time in my life that I needed it. And they reached out to us unbelievable. And the training that I received about being Jesus to the world has been phenomenal. Scott had been attending, going to Alaska, I think, since '99. And so through my relationship with Scott, he's like, you've got to go to Alaska. So I think in 2010, me and my son got to go. I got him to go with me. And so the first year that we were there, the only thing really we did was just observe. We would take him coffee and donuts early in the morning, wish him a good day, and just observe to say, how can we serve? Let's look around and see, how can we show them love? What can we do to help out?
All I did that first year was eat, and I was really standoffish. I didn't want to talk to anybody. If they were going to feed me, great. But that was really the appeal, food, because I was hungry. It was a long day.
I've always said for us with a man cave with anything, you want to reach the heart of men, start with their stomach. And that's a good way to reach. And so the first few years, it was really, really tough. But after penetrating about that 5th year, is when they're like, hey, this is the real deal. They're really not after anything.
They told me why they were there, but no one really presented they didn't present the plan that I eventually heard. We prayed a couple of times, but Steve was very gentle, very patient. And I think that's kind of what won me over, because they really didn't want anything from me. They were satisfied with me showing up and eating and having a chat and being on my way, and that was good.
There in Alaska, it's tough. It's tough to be able to reach that because everybody that's up there is there for something. And so as a stranger coming in to try to show them love, it's like, wait a minute, what's going on with this? Because what are you expecting back?
A guy named Norm, one of the guys that came up with the mission, was trying to give me a card so I could eat. And I was wet, and I was tired, and I was grumpy because it was a long day. And I didn't want anything to do with him or whatever it was he thought he was trying to give me. I didn't want anything to do with it.
And the following year is when, or actually I should say for the next 5 years, I kept praying, Lord, show me opportunity, give me opportunities just to show him love.
Yeah, the year that I told Steve I wasn't ready is when it started. That's when I couldn't get those people off my mind.
And that 6th year, I'm like, Lord, I don't know what it's going to take, but I'm asking you, create pockets of opportunity that I can just love on him.
In a parking lot, Tracy accepted Jesus into her heart.
So right there in the parking lot, I said, Tracy, can I explain the plan of salvation one more time? And I walked her through EE and got to that point. I said, Tracy, would you like to ask Christ to come into your heart? She said, yes, I would. I said, Tracy, would you like to pray right now? Now you need to understand, we're in the parking lot. The team's coming, they're loading up on the bus. And here, right in the parking lot, we huddled up and prayed. And she asked Christ into her heart.
He was watching from the bus and he knew what was going on. And I think it really started to sink in, I need to do something because I know he wants to spend the rest of his life with me.
So when I seen that, obviously my heart rejoiced, and I told, as our team got together that morning and we prayed, I said, I'm intentionally calling Tracy today to ask about Ricky. I want to know. And so the Lord just prompted my heart to call, so I called. And who do you think answered the phone? It wasn't Tracy, but it was Ricky.
Well, I was down in the basement doing laundry, so he answered my phone, which he very rarely does because it's a smartphone and he's afraid of it.
Every single time I would leave him, I would always say, Ricky, I'm counting on spending eternity with you. So at the end of our phone conversation, again, I said, Ricky, I just want you to know I'm counting on spending eternity with you. And that's when he told me over the phone, he said, Steve, it may take me a little longer. That was my door of opportunity.
So I came up from the basement and I heard him crying. And I was like, And he got up and he said, I just received Christ in my heart.
I said, Ricky, do you mind if I explain the plan of salvation one more time to you? He said, please. So I walked him through EE. And when we got to that point, and I said, Ricky, I promise you this is not a pressure thing, but would you like to pray and ask Christ to come into your heart? And he said, yes, I would. I said, Ricky, would you like to pray right now? And he said, yes. As he said the word, Dear Jesus, he broke and just started sobbing.
And I was so excited when Tracy came upstairs. I ran over and told her what happened. And that was July 16th.
You have no idea how freeing all of this has been.
Show that love. Be patient. In God's timing. Hallelujah.